So like the first way, okay, first way we need to make sure one side equals to 0, okay, same with the second method. When you want to factor it, right, you need to start with a general form, okay, make sure one side equals to 0. So sometimes they give you a question that, like question A here, both sides has x, right? So you cannot just start factoring right away. You need to turn it into general form, right? So we need to move everything to one side, either to the left side or right side, doesn't matter, okay? So I'm gonna just move everything to the left, okay? Make the right side equal to 0. So let's write that down first, okay? So first you should change to general form. Okay, make sure you copy down the step. So move everything to the left. All right, so what do you have on the left side after you move everything over? Geoffrey?
So 2x squared plus 3 minus 5x minus 1.
Okay, let's combine the like terms as well. Okay, can you tell me
So
what
like 2x minus 5 plus 2.
Okay, 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 equal to 0. All right, so once we get the general form, then you start to think about GCF first, right? Remember, you always check GCF first before anything else. Okay, so if you look at these three terms, right, there's nothing in common, right? There's nothing that they all can be divided by. Okay, so GCF is out. Now we need to do the cross factor. Maybe you learn to factor differently, okay? If you forgot how to factor this, then you can split this into 3 parts, okay? So the second step is to factor. Okay, so factor includes GCF or cross factor. For this question, GCF, you cannot do it, right? So we just do the cross factor. You split it into 3 terms. And then find out the ones that can multiply equal to x squared. Find out the one that can multiply equal to 2. And you cross multiply, add together should give you the middle term. Okay, so I'll let you do that. Okay, once you found the 2 factors, please raise your hand. Okay, so you should end up with 2 brackets equal to 0. Is there anyone forgot how to factor this? You can just turn on the mic, let me know. Or if you learn it differently, okay, you can do it your way, right? As long as it gets you the correct factors. Okay, please raise your hand if you found the 2 factors. Only 5 people, okay. If you haven't found it, that means you probably don't know how to do it, right? Bernice, have you found the 2 factors?
I'm still working on it.
Okay, are you doing the cross factor way?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, let me know when you found the pairs, okay? I think we learned the factoring in previous chapter, right? Which one, where is it? I think before quadratic function, right? Yeah, over here. Okay, factor by cross multiply. You can look at your notes, okay, page 27. Factor by cross multiply when there are 3 terms. Bernice, not yet?
I got, like, for the left side, I have negative 2x and negative 1x.
Negative 2x and negative 1x. Okay, let me write it down. Yeah.
And then on the right side, I have 2 and 1.
Okay, 2 and 1. So usually if the first term is positive, right? You have 2x squared, that one is positive, then we don't use negative at the front. Okay, Bernice?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So instead of using negative 2x and negative 1x, we just use positive for those two. And then we put a negative on the last ones. Okay, to keep your answer look better, okay, without negative, makes it easier to solve as well. Okay. Bernice, are you there? Can you keep your mic on?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So does this pair work? How do you
You
know?
add them up, right?
You need to cross multiply and add them up first, right? So when you cross multiply, what do you get?
Oh, negative 2x and another negative 2x.
Do they add up to the middle?
No.
Okay, so that means it doesn't work. So what else can we do to the numbers?
I don't know.
Instead of negative, because there's not many choices, right? For 2 is either 1 times 2, right? Or negative
Yeah.
1 times negative 2. So the other ways to manipulate is to flip it. Okay, so instead of negative 2, negative 1, we can flip it and make it into what?
1 and 1.
They need to multiply equal to 2. So negative 1 times,
Negative 2.
yeah. Once you flip it, your cross multiply will be paired differently,
Oh,
right? Even though the numbers are still the same, but when you cross multiply, you multiply differently.
okay.
Okay, so now if you cross multiply, what do you get?
Negative 5x.
The first pair, right? 2 times,
Oh, negative 4x.
yeah, and the other one,
Negative 1x.
yeah, and they add together.
Negative 5x.
Yeah. Okay, so now we found the pairs, but how do we write out the brackets? Bernice, do you know?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, Wilson, how about you? Do you know how to write out the answers now? We have the pairs. How do we write the brackets?
For like the green part or the blue part, like that you crossed.
For the answer, the two brackets, what should go inside the brackets?
I'm not quite sure.
Can I try?
Sure, yeah, Shanier.
It's 2x minus 1
Hmm.
and x minus 2.
Yeah, so you just go horizontally, okay? What you see is what you write down, all right? So you go horizontally, first one is 2x minus 1, second one is x minus 2. So those are your two factors. So I guess some of you need to review how to factor. Otherwise, this step will slow you down, right? Take a lot of time trying to factor it. So now you got the two factors, then we are at the step here, right? You factored it. You got into two brackets. So the next part is to solve for it, right? Solve each factor equal to 0. All right, so step 3, solve. We'll solve the first one, right? 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Solve the second one. From each of them, you can figure out the x. Okay, Wilson, can you do this part then?
For the first one, is it 2x and then equals to 1?
And then?
And then the bottom one is x
No,
equals
not done
to
yet.
2.
Finish the
Oh,
top one. Finish
one
the
moment.
first one, yeah.
2x equals to 1.
And then?
And then is it x equals to 1 over 2?
Yeah, okay, so 2x equal to 1, x equal to 1 over 2. Now second equation.
X equals to 2.
Yeah, okay, so we get two answers, then you can put them all together. X equal to half and 2. Okay, so this, I think the part that you might struggle is the factoring, right? Solving is okay. For factor, you need to go back to page 27 review, how we factor, okay? And well, over here, we already review one, right? So let's look at question B. Okay, can you raise your hand first if you finished writing all this down before we move on to B? And Angeline, you ready? All right. So for question B, what makes this one harder is it has a lot of fractions, right? It looks totally not the same as general form, right? Not even close. For question A, it's very easy to just move it and then turn into general form. B looks much harder, but still you have to change it to general form, okay? So let's write it down. Step 1, change to general. Otherwise, you cannot factor, okay? So can anyone give us a hint, like what to do to turn it into general form? What should we do? Anyone has a suggestion? Yeah.
You get rid of the denominators.
And how can we do that?
You times everything from like the greatest common denominator.
And what is the common denominator here?
X plus 1 and x minus 1.
Yes, okay, so you collect each of the denominator, x plus 1, x minus 1, and then both sides, you will multiply by the common denominator. Okay, you can write it as x plus 1 over x plus 1, x minus 1 over 1, like that. Okay, a common denominator is the same way you find it for other fraction, right? If you have 2 over 3 plus 5 over 7, right? The common denominator will be 3 times 7, right? So you will have 21, right? Use 21 to multiply. So for this one, the denominator, one of them is x plus 1. The other one is x minus 1. So the common denominator is those two brackets. Okay, so you just pick the common denominator and then we multiply. All right, so we write it on the side. Multiply by common denominator. Okay, so this is the strategy. So we can get rid of the fraction. All right. So how do we do that exactly? Right. So on the left side, you have x plus 1, x minus 1. You will multiply with the left-hand side, okay? I'm gonna do it very slowly. So this is right side. Okay, and then on the, this is on the left side, okay? And then on the right side, you have -6. You will also multiply with the same thing. Okay, left-hand side of the equation, you times it by the two brackets. Right-hand side, you also times it by the brackets. Okay, any question so far? Can you raise your hand if you understand up to here? If anyone is lost, okay, let me know, okay? Henry and Wilson, do you understand what's going on here? Okay, so for the left-hand side, we are going to multiply each of the thing inside with a common denominator. Okay, so that will go in and it will go in as well. One by one, okay? We'll do one at a time. So if I take that bracket, multiply with the first fraction, multiply with the first one, then the x plus 1 will cancel out, right? Because 1 is in the numerator, 1 is in the denominator, right? Then you will be left with 2 times x minus 1. Any questions so far? Let me know if you're lost already. Okay, so that's for the first part. And then we are going to do it the same for the second one. Okay, we're going to take the outside, multiply with the second one. Okay, so Jenny, what will happen when you take the denominator times the second one?
X minus 1 and x minus 1 will cancel each other out.
Yeah, then you are left with
2 times x plus 1.
yeah. And remember, in the middle, you should still have a plus, right? There's a plus in the middle, so you need to keep the plus there. Otherwise, it will look like they are all multiplying together. Okay.
Also, Jason, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is it 2 plus 2 for the numerator?
Oh, you are correct. I don't know why either. I misread it. Okay, it's a 5. Thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah. Okay, so it's a 5. Good catch. Okay, I hope you are not the only one so that. Okay. Otherwise, we are in big trouble. Okay. Yeah, so that should be a 5 there. Okay. Everyone good? Now the right-hand side has no denominator, right? So we just keep it there, okay? As for now, -6 times x plus 1 and x minus 1. Okay, so now it looks more friendly, right? You don't have denominator anymore. So I'm gonna let you carry on for this. Expand, okay? Expand the brackets, collect all the like terms, and then turn it into general form. Okay, turn it into general form. So I'll let you do that by yourself. Okay, general. So move everything to left side, but first expand everything first, and then move it to one side. All right, so let me know, raise your hand when you've got the general form. Okay, I think we need to shrink this. Okay, if you found the general form, please raise your hand. Okay, well, I will expand the left side, okay, slowly. 2x minus 2 plus 5x plus 5. Okay, has anyone already expand the right side? Okay, Naomi, do you have the right hand side? Okay, let me know when you got the right side, okay? And you can turn your mic. Do you have it now, Naomi? Just the right side. Okay, can you turn your mic on, Naomi?
Is it negative 6x squared plus 6?
Can you say one more time?
Negative 6x squared plus 6.
Plus 6, yep. Okay, very good. Right, and then we move everything to the left side, combine all the like terms. Okay, so Wilson, do you have the general form?
No,
No? Wilson?
no, I don't have it.
Okay, then where are you now?
I just got to the point where negative 6x squared plus 6, and then, yeah,
How about left side?
I did left side already. I just didn't know how to turn it to general. I just stopped here.
Okay, so after this, you need to move everything to the left. Can you do that?
So then is it 2x minus 2 plus 5x plus 5, and then plus 6x squared plus 6x squared minus 6?
Yeah, and then combine all the like terms. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I'm going to do that now. 1 second.
Okay.
Is it 6x squared plus 7x minus 3?
Okay, and do you know what happens next after this?
No, I don't.
Look at question A. What do we do after we get to general form?
Wait, can you 1 second. I'm still confused. I don't know what to do next.
What does it say in question A after we get to general form? What is step 2?
Factor?
Yeah, so we need to factor this. How do we factor in question A?
The chart?
Yeah, so we make
Cross factor? Yeah.
cross factor. Okay, how do we do that?
Yeah, that's where I'm confused. I didn't ask you a question, but how do you like know which ones to put in the cross factor?
Okay, so we'll go back to here. You first look at the 2x squared. So we think about which two things multiply can make 2x squared. Can you tell me what times what can give you 2x squared?
2x and x.
Yeah, so that's why at the bottom you have 2x and 1x. Okay,
Oh, okay.
and
Understood.
then
Yeah.
you move on to the third term. What's the third term?
2.
Yeah, so what times what can give you 2?
Oh, but why would you do negative when you could just do 1 and 2?
Okay, yeah, because the 1 and 2, if you cross multiply, it doesn't make up the middle one. The middle one is a -5.
Oh, okay. Like, okay.
So we chose -1 times -2, okay?
Okay.
And then we cross multiply 2x times -2 gives you -4x. You see I circle on the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then -1 times 1x give you -x. They should add up to what?
Negative 5x.
Yeah, they should add it up to match the middle term, okay? So if you use +1, +2, it will only add up to +5x.
Okay.
Okay, so then that's not what we want. We want to match the middle one. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of guess and checking, okay, to see if it works. All
So
right,
for question B, I think I have the chart. I'm not sure if it's correct, but for like the left side, top and bottom, is it 3x and 2x?
and the right side,
1 and 3.
they need to multiply equal to the third term. 1 times 3 is 3.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, negative 3 then.
Okay, and how do we check if it works?
You do 3x times negative 3,
What do
or
you
is
get?
it plus? You get negative 9x,
Okay, and then
and then 2x times 1 is 2x,
and then
and then it's 7x.
they added
Well,
up equals
Yeah,
to,
add it up, and then it's equals to 7x.
no, it's not. What do they add up to?
Because negative 9x plus 2x, you can just think of that as subtraction. So is it not 7x?
Negative 9 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh, yeah,
7?
sorry, it's negative 7. Yeah, my bad.
Okay, so that's not what we want, right? But we're pretty close, right? How can you modify it so it matches?
Negative 1
Negative 1. What
instead of
about,
negative 3. Yeah, just remove, I think they remove negative and 3.
okay, so negative 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, now what happens? Can you check
Now
again?
it's 9x, it's positive 9x.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's negative 2x.
Yeah.
And then now it's 7x.
Okay, now we found a pair. Very good. How do we get the factors now?
You write 3x minus 1
Mm-hmm.
in the first bracket, and then for the second one, do 2x plus 3.
Very good. Okay, now you know how to do cross factor. Okay. Okay, 3x minus 1, 2x plus 3. So we got our factors. Then you move on to final step. Okay, final step, you need to solve. All right, so I'll let you complete the rest. Okay, raise your hand if you found the 2 answers. Please put it in a box. Okay, what x equals. So for this question, the hardest part is to change to general form, right? Because you have denominators. All right, please raise your hand after you found the 2x values. So I will, in the homework, I will select a few questions that has denominator, a few questions that's just simply moving and expanding, okay? A mix of both levels. Some question just GCF, okay? Please raise your hand if you are done. Okay, Mackenzie, what are the 2 roots?
1/3 and -3/2.
Excellent. Okay, so that's the 2 x's. Okay, if we solve each, okay, I'll just quickly write out the steps. Okay, so from each you get x equal to 1/3 and x equal to -3/2. Okay, Tony, do you have any questions? How we get the roots?
No.
Okay, So I'll show you what the question will look like, okay, in the homework, just briefly. So like, for example, like question 2, look at question 2. I won't select every single one, okay? So inside there, I'll pick a few of them. For example, like question A, you need to do cross multiply, right? It's already general form. Like question M, that one is a GCF question, right? It doesn't have a third term. You have to take GCF out. For example, like question V, right? Question V or question W, those ones you need to move it, right? Make one side equal to 0. Now in question 3, you start to see some denominator. Like question A, you need to times everything by X, because X is in the denominator, right? Question B, similar. For question C, you need to times it by, what's the common denominator for question C? Angeline?
Sorry, what?
What's the common denominator for C?
Oh, 12.
Yeah, so you will need to times it by 12, okay, to each one of them to make the denominator go away, okay? So things like that, okay? And then number 4, right, those one you get brackets, so you need to expand it and combine like terms to get to general form, okay? So I will pick a few from each of number 2, 3, and 4, okay? So you get the practice of different style of the questions. All right, so please review the notes before you begin your homework, okay? And if you still have questions, you can ask me on WhatsApp, all right? And I'll see you next week. And Angeline and Tony, have you handed in the homework?
I'm gonna do it right now.
There's 2 things I need to change.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And for the rest of you, I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you. See you next week.
See you. Okay, Shanier?
Hi.
Yeah, okay.
I have questions again.
Yeah.
So we're currently learning inequalities and like graphing inequalities.
Yeah.
So there's a few questions that I don't understand.
Okay.
Let me find it first. So there's systems and there's like just one, like not
Mhm.
equation but inequality.
Yeah.
So one is like y is smaller than 5/4x minus 2.
Mhm.
Minus 2, yeah. I don't understand. So like if when you're graphing the inequality, there should be one side that is shaded, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know like how to like test like if which side should be shaded.
Just remember, you always shade the true side. Okay.
Yeah.
Means okay, true side.
But like how do you test it? Because my teacher said plug in if what like if we graph it,
Mhm.
it is like you plug 0 outside.
Mhm.
So like what so like 0.
Let's graph
is-
it first, okay? Let's get it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have y-intercept is -2, right?
Yeah, and
So is
5/4. So move rise over run. So move 5 up and
5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So about there, right?
yeah.
So you
And
can see that the line does
yeah.
not go through origin, right?
Mhm.
So you can always test 0, 0 if the line doesn't go through 0, 0.
Okay, so like
You pick a
you
point
plug it,
on the line, okay?
so 0, like if you plug 0 in y,
You test 0, 0, you get 0 is less than,
-2.
is that true or false?
It's not true.
False, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 0, 0 is on the upper side, right? 0 is right in the middle, right?
So you shade the other side, like not
Yeah,
where
if
the origin is.
0 is false, then everything on this side will be false.
Okay.
Everything on the other side will be the true side.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the true side.
Oh,
Okay, and make sure this one is shade dotted line, right?
yeah.
Dashed line.
There's also like another one with like
Right.
2 lines.
Jason,
Yeah, Tony.
I handed it in.
Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah. That's good. Okay.
Okay, can I leave now?
Yeah, you can leave now. Okay, good job, Tony. Bye-bye. Okay.
Yeah, there's another one with like 2 lines.
Yeah.
And when the 2 lines, I don't know, like since like it's 2 lines, you have like technically 3 places to shade it. So how would you test? How would you test it? So like one question could be
You pick a point that is not on either line, okay? Not on.
okay.
And then
So one is x is smaller or equal to 2.
okay.
And the other line is y is smaller than or equal to 2/3x.
That's all.
-1.
Okay. All right. So we'll graph it out first, right? So let's
Mhm.
say x is equal to 2. So 1, 2. So our first line is this one. It's a solid line,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Then the other line is y is doesn't equal to that. So y-intercept is here.
Rise over to
3 will be here. And this one is also solid line, right?
yeah, it's a solid line.
So line 1, line 2. Okay, if it's a vertical line, it's much easier, right? Because x less than 2. So that means everything to the left side, right? Less than 2 will be like this. You see the green arrow? Everything to the left side is less than or equal to 2. You follow so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so now all we need to test is the second line. So second line, can we use 0, 0?
Second line we can.
Yeah, so we do 0, 0, right?
Yeah. So 0 is less than or equal to -1.
Yeah, so is that true or false?
False.
False, okay, so this, if 0, 0 is false, where do we do the shading?
Inside, like
Do we go up here or down here? Do we shade the top? Just focus on the second line, okay? Don't worry about the first line. If there's only one line, do you shade the top part, top half, or the bottom half?
you shade the bottom half.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so we just make a note first. Okay, you put the arrow like that. Okay, so your final answer, you only shade the part they both overlap.
So the
Can you try on
between quadrant 3 and quadrant 4.
shade it on the screen for me?
Quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. That little part.
Can you shade it? Show it on the screen.
Okay, I'll shade it. Like, is it not working? Wait. Okay. Can you see me drawing?
No, I don't see anything.
Okay. Wait a second. It's not working.
Oh,
Oh, here.
yeah, that's correct. Okay, very good. Good shading. So
Okay.
this part.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you do more than one line.
So you have to like know which direction, like which.
Yeah, you do it. It's like two questions in one, right? So you do one question, but you don't actually shade it. You just draw an arrow, so you won't forget, right? And then
Okay.
at the end, you just find out where they both cover, like shaded overlap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand now. We also did like the solving quadratic inequalities, like with a parabola,
Mhm.
like those parabola.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to do those types. Like, for example, x squared minus 10x plus 16 is smaller than or equal to 0.
Plus 16, smaller equal to 0.
Yeah, like
And then,
that's the
Question.
yeah.
Okay, so you want to solve for it? Yeah.
So do I factor it first?
First thing, yeah, first if factorable, you factor it. Have you factored it?
X minus 8x plus 2.
Okay, so your first step, you factor and then you solve for 0. Okay, you can write this down. Okay, factor and solve for zeros. So you pretend it's equal to 0 first. Okay, ignore the inequality.
Oh, so it would be 8 and 2.
So x equal to 8 and 2. So those are the x-intercept, right? We covered that today, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So now we'll draw it out, okay? This is x equal to 2. This is x equal to 8. Is this parabola open up or down?
It's open up.
Yeah, so we draw that out. Okay, now you look at the inequality. It says it has to be less and equal to the 0. The 0 means the x-intercept, okay?
Okay.
It has to, so this less than means it's below the x-intercept. X-intercept is these 2 points. We want the part that's below. The part that's below will be the middle part. Make sense?
Okay. Because the wait, why is that though?
Because it's underneath the x-axis. So it's below the x-intercept. X-intercept means it's on the x-axis, right?
Uh-huh.
So if it's less than means below. Below the
Oh, but if it's like greater than or equal to, would it be above the x-intercept?
yeah, so you have 3 things happening here, right? You have x squared plus 10x plus 16. You could either have greater than equal to 0, equal to 0, less than equal to 0.
Okay.
If it's an equation, right, the middle one, then that you are looking for the x-intercept on the x-axis.
Okay.
And if it's less than, it will be below x-axis. If it's greater than, it will be above x-axis.
Okay. Then how do I write the inequality?
So now we got the section that we want, and it shows that we want the part in the middle, right? And the middle part is in between 2 and 8. So you just write 2, and x is right in the middle in between 2 and 8. So you put x in between, and then you put your inequality open to the right. So that's your answer.
Oh.
Okay, this is for less than equal. Okay, if they change the question to greater than,
Mm-hmm.
right? If it's greater than, then that will be the part above, right?
Yeah.
So then you will have 2 separate lines. Then your answer will be,
2 answers?
yeah, 2 parts. One is for the right hand side, greater or equal to 8. The other one is x less than or equal to 2. This is for the greater than equal to 0.
Oh, so you test by like drawing it out.
You need to see the problem. That's the fastest.
Okay. Can we try another one?
Yeah.
So another it's like 0 greater than or equal to negative x squared minus x plus 6.
Okay, so do same thing, right? Let's rewrite it a little bit because usually we like to have 0 on the right hand side.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna flip it, okay?
Okay.
Oops. Will be negative x squared minus x plus 6, and then what?
Less than or equal to 0.
Okay, so do the same thing. What do you do first?
Factor.
Let me know when you got it.
Okay. Oh. Is it like you factor the negative out first, right? So it'd be negative.
Or you can keep it there to factor. It doesn't matter. You want
Okay.
to now?
So I got negative bracket x plus 3 and x minus 2.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so will be x squared 3x minus 2x 1x. Yeah, okay, that works. And then on, what do we do next?
We graph it, like we draw it out.
But step 1, you need to factor and find the zeros.
Oh yeah, the zeros are negative 3 and 2.
Okay, and then
You graph it.
okay, how do I graph?
You draw it out.
Okay, you want to show me?
Okay. So be negative. Wait, can I draw a number line? Because I like drawing on a number line better.
Go ahead.
So like negative 3 and 2.
Mhm.
And then the parabola is going down.
Mhm.
So it's like this.
Why is it dashed line?
Oh. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so we have negative 3 and 2, and then opens down.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what?
We see like which, like, so 0 is greater than,
To read from the function,
yeah,
right? This thing, you need to look at that. Is that greater or less than 0?
it's greater.
Less.
Wait,
This is less.
why? Wait, why though? Because it says greater than equal to 0 though.
No, the question is you have 0 greater or equal to the function, right? But we flip it.
Okay,
Read
so
from left to right. Right? When you read the inequality, you read from left to right. So the
Yeah.
problem, right? Left side is the problem.
yeah,
Is less than or equal to 0.
okay.
Right? This, if you open this way, that's called greater than.
Yeah.
This is less than.
Oh, wait, sorry. I said, because I was looking at the equation above.
Yeah, but even if it's above, right? You will
Yeah.
read it as 0 greater than. But my question is it greater than 0 or less than 0? The 0 is on the open, like on the greater side, right? On the left side,
Yeah.
right? Like for example, if you put it like this or put it like this, it's
Mhm.
different ways, right?
Yeah.
But the way to read it is the same. Both of them is less than 0.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which way you look at it. It's always less than 0 for this question.
Okay, so it's if it's less than 0, would it be inside as well?
Less than means above or below.
Below.
Yeah, so we want it below 0. Okay, just translate that into words, right? Less means below. If it's equal to 0 means on the x-axis.
Okay.
If it's less than 0 means below x-axis.
Okay.
So which part is below x-axis?
Below x-axis. Oh, the two little sides of each.
This part and this part, right?
Okay.
How do you write the answer then?
You have two answers then?
What is it?
Um, X greater than or equal to -3.
No.
Why is it X less than -3?
Because the line that we want to keep, it starts from -3, right?
Yeah.
And keep on going down at the same time moving to the left side, right?
Uh-huh.
So as we move to the left, is it getting bigger or smaller?
It's getting smaller.
Yeah, the more to the left, the smaller the numbers are, right?
Okay.
So less than equal to -3. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. So
Right?
like,
Going on the line that we want, it's moving towards to the left, getting wider and wider, right?
yeah. Okay. Then the other side then is be two, it will be X greater than or equal to 2.
Yeah, because it's moving towards to the right side as it goes down.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so moving to the right will be bigger, moving to the left will be smaller.
Okay. Can we please try one more? Because I don't get like the parts, like the how like what to write for like it is greater than or equal to.
Mhm.
So there's y is greater than or equal to -x² plus 2x plus 4.
This one has a y.
Yeah.
This one is the shading one.
Yeah.
So it's different question, right? Different
Yeah.
kind. Okay. So if it's shading, you do the same thing we did up here.
Okay.
You draw the graph and then test the point.
Okay. Yeah.
You still need to go over it?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
this one's the parabola one.
Sure, it doesn't matter. Okay, I will show you it's the same process. So how-
Okay. So this one you factor.
okay.
Um, I have a question for this one. Do you factor to vertex form or to like the two brackets?
Well, if we want to graph what's the most important thing to figure out? If you want to,
The vertex.
yeah, so you need to get the vertex.
Okay. Okay.
So let me know your vertex form.
Okay. It's negative bracket x minus 1 bracket squared plus 5.
Okay, well, so what does
Yeah.
that?
So our vertex is 1 and 5. 1, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like point there, and then
Um
what else?
we have to graph. It's going like the graph is like the parabola is going down.
Yeah. So you know how to get more points, right?
I kind of forgot how to graph.
So you need
Prob.
the table.
But what if like, because our teacher said we can't use tables. How like I just don't know how to graph without like a table.
Okay, you want to graph it without drawing the table?
Yeah, because our teacher actually takes marks off if we use tables.
Okay, then you can just then you have to memorize, right?
Yeah, because it's like one like 1 1 and 1 4.
Yeah, you count the steps. Okay, so this one is opening down, right?
So it's
So you count
1.
one left, one down.
Uh-huh.
Okay, one right, one down. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then another one left, and then this time will be 4 down. Okay, and then symmetrical. Another one to the right, and then 4 down. Then you get 4 points.
This depends on the A value, right?
If A is 1, then you do it like that.
But if it's not, then
A is 2, then all you're counting, the up and down, you need to times it by that number. If A is like 2, then you have to go down 2, down 8.
okay. So you times like if it's like like 5, you times like 1.
Yeah, so the step up and down, left and right is the same, okay? Up and down is 1 and then 4, okay?
Yeah.
That's the basic. And then if the A changes, then these steps, the 1 and the 4, you need to multiply by the A.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
So it makes it stretches, okay? Vertically stretched.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we got a graph, now what?
The inequality.
Yeah,
So test, right? Test if it's like
what point you want to test?
can you do 0 for this one?
Well, what do you think? Can we do 0?
Yeah,
Because
it is inside, like it is
not,
not a part of the
yes, not on the graph,
yeah.
right? As long as it's not on the graph, you can use it.
Okay.
So what's the verdict?
0 is greater than or equal to 5.
So true, false?
0 is greater. No, it's false.
So what do you do?
So you color from the outside.
Yeah, so shading will be here. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so make sure this one, should it be dashed line or a solid line?
This one should be solid line.
So make sure you pay attention to that too, okay?
Yeah, so there's also like another unit I did not understand. What I say? It's solving systems.
Mhm.
Let me find a page before. Yeah, there's one, like there's a few questions that I don't understand. It's like 7d squared.
Can you say again?
7d squared.
7 what?
D,
V?
D, D,
Z.
V, D,
Oh, D, okay, D. D square, yeah.
plus 5d minus t,
Okay.
minus 8 equals 0.
Minus 8 equals 0.
Yeah,
Okay.
and 10d minus 2t
And D minus 2T.
equals negative 40.
Yeah.
And this one we have to use substitution.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this question.
Okay. Substitute means you want to sub one equation to the other one, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you need to first isolate a variable. So you need to choose, do you want to isolate D or isolate T? Which one will be an easier way to isolate?
T,
From which equation?
the first one.
Sure, okay, so let's do that. So let's isolate the T from there. What do you get?
7d squared plus 5d minus 8.
Equals to T, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, now isolated, you can replace this into the other equation.
Okay.
Then you'll have the new equation that has only D, right?
Mhm.
Then you just solve for D.
Okay. I got d equals positive negative 2.
Positive negative 2. Well, I don't know the answer. Do you want to tell me what you did?
So after I factored it out, it's 10d minus 14d squared minus 10d plus 16 plus 40 equals 0.
Okay, yeah, looks good. Okay.
And you cancel, I canceled the 10d's.
Yeah, good news.
Yeah, and so it would be negative 14d squared plus 50
Okay, equals 0.
equals 0. Yeah, and then move 56 to other side, so it would be negative.
Oh, that's a 56. Okay, 56. Yeah. So D square equals
4 squared. 4 squared. No,
Four
not 4 squared, square root 4,
oh, square root 4. Okay.
both sides.
Yeah. Okay. And then both sides. Yeah. Then you get plus minus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks good. Yeah.
So I don't know what to do after this.
Well, that's your answer, right? let's answer for D, right?
But
What
it's
fine.
to like solve.
Yeah, solve for all the unknowns, right?
Yeah.
What other unknowns are there?
But like I saw the like answer and it said it was wrong for
Well, you
some.
have D equals to plus minus 2, right?
Huh?
You found D equals to plus minus 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the other variable?
This they plugged it in on the
You need to find T, right?
yeah.
So for when D equal to 2, you need to find T. Do you know how to find T?
You plug it back in
Into where?
the first like any equation or the first
Yeah,
equation.
you can plug into any of them, okay? Or you can plug into the one you isolated, the red one,
Okay.
okay? And same with D equal to -2, you can also find a different one,
Okay.
right? Each value for D, you get a different T.
Okay. So the first like two like what two D like D equals to is the answer I got is 30.
Okay, the other one,
10.
okay? So yeah, so those are your answers.
Can I try one more? Because I don't understand like there's also a elimination one that I don't understand.
What? What?
Can you hear me?
Little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so there is one that you have to solve with elimination.
Okay.
There are ones like 2p squared equals 4p minus 2m.
2n.
Yeah, 2m plus 6.
Okay.
And there are 5m plus 8.
5m
Yeah, plus 8.
plus 8.
Yes,
No,
equals 10p plus 5p.
plus 5p. Plus 5p.
Yeah,
So that's like 15p then.
5p squared.
Okay. Yeah.
So okay, the first thing you do is you move everything on one side.
Sure. I'll put them in order, right?
Uh,
What do you have?
So one side can be 0, 2p squared minus 4p minus wait plus 4p.
Hmm?
Wait, plus 2m minus 6 equals 0.
Okay. The other one.
The other one is 0 equals 5p squared minus 10p plus 5m plus 8
Hmm?
minus 5m plus 8.
No, plus 10p, right? Plus,
Yeah,
plus 10p minus 5m
minus 8.
equals 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then
you substitute. Oh yeah, you cancel them out by timesing it by this like same.
So you want to eliminate, right?
Yeah.
You want to eliminate P or M?
P.
Usually you focus on the ones that's easier. Which one is easier to eliminate?
They're both easy to eliminate, I guess.
Well,
'Cause-
for me, the M is easier because you have less, just 2M and 5M.
Oh, okay.
P, you have a lot more, right?
Yeah.
So up to you. Do you want? So, what do you want to do? Isolate, and eliminate P or M.
M.
How do you do that?
You times by like times one by -5 and the other one by 2.
So make them both into -10.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So becomes
2. So it equals to -10p squared plus 20p minus 10m plus 30 equals 0.
the other one.
10p squared plus 20 minus 10m
10M
minus 16.
equals 0.
Yeah.
And then
So it's minus, so the 10 cancels out.
which 10 here? A lot of 10 here.
10m.
Okay, so these ones are out. What's left?
So you're minusing from the
Yeah.
min- so it's -20p.
Square.
Oh yeah, 20p squared. 20p cancels out as well.
Yeah. That's good.
And plus 14, I believe.
They are subtracting, right?
Oh, it's subtracting. Oh yeah. So that is 46
Mhm.
equals 0.
Yeah.
So it'd be -46 minus 20p squared. 20p squared. So p squared equals -46 over 20. You could simplify that, I believe. So p equals square root -23 over 10.
Hmm? Or is it negative?
Positive and negative.
Plus minus what?
Negative 23 over 10.
Okay, so plus minus square root of 2.3 then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your p-value. You get two of them.
And
So it's kind of like the last question. You have two values for d, right?
mhm.
This one you have two values for p. So for each of them, you can find their t values. I mean the m.
Okay.
Okay.
So for this one, you can plug into any equation as well.
Yeah.
To find. Um,
You know how to do that?
I think so.
Yeah, you will get decimal answers. You have answer key for this?
Yeah, I
Take your p-value.
um is for C 8.2. They have a really weird way of solving it, apparently. But for C, it's negative 1.2 and negative 2.33.
Or p?
Okay, there are like two answers.
Yeah, because you have p and n, right?
Yeah. So it is negative 1.52, negative 2.33, and 1.52 and 3.73.
Okay, what is square root of 2.3?
Negative 1.5.
1.52, right? So these ones are the p. These one are the m.
How do you find the m if it's like square root? Like,
You find the p first, right? And then plug it into either one of the equation.
so p, so it would be like 2 bracket negative square 2.3 bracket.
P is negative 1.52. You're plugging one of them first, one at a time.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, you can plug in the 1.52 first.
You just like, so okay, so you p equals positive and negative square root 2.3. So
It's 1.52, right?
and then you put like both like the two p's inside one of the equations.
Yeah, but you plug in one at a time, okay? Use the positive P to plug it in, you will get an answer for M.
Okay.
And then you plug in the other P, you'll get another M.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Right? It's the same way how we found the T before, right? Remember that one? The previous question.
I understand now.
Right? So the previous one is easier because it's not decimal, right? You plug in 2, you get 30. You plug in -2, you get 10.
Yeah.
Right? This one is you plug in 1.52, you get 3.73. You plug in negative 1.52, you will get negative 2.33.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.